Okay, so what I've done is I've gone back to the channel on Cubase that I originally used to process the Steinway, and there are several effects on there. There's the waves. It's a type of compressor. It's quite, I don't quite understand how it works, but it's kind of a lot easier to use than most compressors because you raise the low level and reduce the high level with it. I haven't read the manual, obviously, or else I'll be able to tell you exactly how it works. I've got their oil exciter. The oil exciter was a hardware box in the 70s that revolutionised yacht rock and soft rock and AOR and FM music by making things like Fender Rhodes sound really, really bright. It's a brilliant plug-in, this, actually. It does add a bit of hiss. Make sure I've got this turned off, because if you put this onto noisy mode, it gets really noisy. I've got it turned off, but you can see from my master bus that there is noise coming through the system, and it is coming through from this channel, because if I actually mute this channel, you'll see the noise disappears. So what I need to do is simply render a bit of this channel, making, what else is on this channel? We've got Izotope alloy, which I'm using an equalizer. Oh, look at that. All right, if that doesn't boost noise, nothing will. I've got a transient designer to give it a little bit more kind of like click to the piano, which is set to 0. Don't know what it's on. I'm using a little bit exciter. The exciter will add noise, and dynamics compression can also boost noise. And finally, I'm using the glue, which is one of my favorite compressors. It's an emulation of the solid state Logic bus compressor. Again, as you can see, I have got some threshold, I've got some compression. It will increase any noise that's present. So we're going to render this. I'm just going to render a tiny little bit. Hold tight, because a little bit is all we need. Make sure that channel is set to solo. Yes, it is. Zoom in on there. We're just going to like do basically 2 bars. Just going to render that now, and I'm just going to call it empty noise. And that's going to my burns folder. My burns folder isn't where I put burns victims, like people that I've set fire to and things. It's actually a folder that I just use to kind of dump stuff in. So there's my empty noise track. Let's bring RX back into the fray and put my empty noise into here. Wow, that's quite a lot of noise. Okay, so let's see if it's going to work. Let's learn it. So we get the denoise module. I'll show you how to do it from scratch. There's the right hand column of Izotope, and we go denoise. This is really easy. And I'm on spectral. Learn. Okay, you can see how much noise there is there. That's so noisy. Oh, I've left the piano in. Right, welcome to my working day. Okay, and yes, I did leave the piano in. That was why it was such a big signal. So we're going to do that again. We're going to render that. Hopefully this time render the empty noise. Make sure, listen to it, play it. Yeah, doesn't sound like anything. So redo that, re-export, overwrite what you've just done, because I don't want what I've just done. And this should be a real empty noise file. Bring RX back. Yes, hello RX. Right, proper empty noise into RX. And it's looping. If I turn my volume control up to really loud, you can hear it. And also, crucially, if there was no noise, the display of RX wouldn't show those little white dots. Okay, this is a spectral display, and it's a spectral analysis. let's click on the denoise module and let's learn. Right, so it's quite a lot less, but it's there. And crucially, this should be the right noise to take away from my piano burn. Right, here's the piano track, put that in. Let's set the reduction back to a sensible sort of 25 dB or so, and process. Okay, my favourite blue bar, absolutely rocks. Love it, find it quite inspirational. Now, let's see if this helps. Didn't work either. Okay, I'm actually not even going to bother denoising this piano. I'm just going to put it in the track and see if it really matters, because I've got other things I need to be getting on with. So that was the tutorial on how to try and denoise the piano and completely fail. But I did show you a few techniques that would, in normal circumstances, work if they were operated by someone who knew remotely what they were doing in the studio. Thank you for watching.